Have y'all heard about the gingers? How do you feel about
them being black?
They coming out.
I always felt like that. I love it. I love the ginger, bro.
I have a story about Herman with this also. It's so funny.
Ginger?
Oh, good.
Yes, bro.
Good.
So I think we were in either Tulsa or Oklahoma City, and there was a ginger there. And so he was like, gingers are black now. And then he was like, yeah, you guys are, similar to black people now. He's like, we're black now. Then Herman goes, yeah, similar to black now. refuse to indulge in the bit. I was like, this man is hysterical.
I think I told you my ginger story when I was in Pittsburgh.
Bro,
Wait, what?
I went to Subway, and he was like a hood ginger. Like, you could tell he didn't give a fuck about my order or nothing pleasant.
Oh, he's working the counter.
He's working.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, bro, did you heard? Like, y'all a part of the community now? He like, I've been through that.
Right. No, he said, we been.
I'm like, we there.
He said, please.
I'm tripping. I'm like, oh, shit.
Like 6 foot or half. Don't f with me.
Yeah, he was on that type of time.
That's hilarious.
But white people ostracise gingers more than any group.
Yeah. We know that.
Really passionate, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all can have them.
Wait, why? What's that to do with ostriches?
So close to black.
Really, nigga?
I mean, it's Aaron's birthday today.
Hey! Okay. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Come on.
The tongue.
Why was the tongue necessary?
It's his birthday.
I'm gonna talk about my birthday. Honestly, man, I feel so grateful.
You know what we should do for his birthday?
Wow.
No. Today, not cutting him
I mean, we should hurry because you're dressed like you're going to a public pool after this.
Wow.
He is.
Or
Stand up.
Or
Stand
show
up.
him the
Show him the shorts.
He's like a sorry.
Let's get back to usable footage.
Yeah, come on,
Thank
man.
you. No, that's why you're co-producing on this. So y'all going to the same pool. The fact
Back to usable footage.
the fact that your girlfriend is sitting off and voided you IRL.
Bro, when Herman and I were in Oklahoma, I made one joke. Someone said something about Bricktown, and I was like, that's what they used to call Herm when he played D1, and no one laughed. And some girl in the audience.
Did she?
There's no way.
That's incredible.
She voided you in person.
That's so funny.
I love it so much, if I'm being honest with you. It's the best.
Wow.
It's the best.
Wow.
It was good. We had some good times on tour, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, we had a really
How
good
you
time.
feeling about your birthday today?
I feel amazing, man. I think that I always get a little bit like
I think
weird.
also today we should really try and focus on.
thinking
You should get your button. No, I'm kidding. Wait, go for it.
No,
That's the new button. Well, let me finish my time.
That's how Kevin wipes his nose.
Oh wow. Like a
Like
windshield wiper.
Chill when the car moves.
Goddamn.
You know we did that little cute moment, whatever, and you were like at you on 3, and I'm like, people aren't gonna get it, and now it's become like a whole thing.
Like you, man?
Yeah.
You started a movement, didn't
I
you?
got tagged in so many. You too. You with the on the table and shit.
But that's not what caught on.
I try to make his billionaires of a juice company.
Bro. Kevin Langue Juice is
You
taking
should
us to
sell
the top.
tissue. You're so.
And it's a towel.
Bro.
It's a bedsheet.
You're out of control. It's the world's largest tissue. And you know the special towels they use to dry the car? Yeah. Dry the whole car with just one sheet.
The sham wow.
Yeah, the shit. Wow.
You fold that afterwards.
The fact that in your mind it took 2 hands to take the tissue out, that pissed me off.
That's hilarious, man.
All I said was, how's your birthday? But I cut you off. I deserve all that.
It's okay, man. I feel really
One more
grateful,
time
man.
before you go.
Yeah. I was wondering if he...
Well, because
that
we
was like
friends,
birthday
and I
cake.
know we're going to be on this video for a long
Thought it
time.
might have been birthday cake.
I want you to just...
I hope everyone at home is seeing this.
see what?
Crust.
Oh, my bad.
There you got that, see?
No, it's right here.
I was eating outside of Herman's
perfect.
apartment because he can't.
It's still there.
It was showing off.
Yeah, well, you done ruined your lips. Whatever you was eating, it was rough. I was like, look, Herm, I got food.
A man's ass.
Right?
Look, Herm, I got food.
The other guy like, finish your job. You doing? Ain't you from YouTube? How about you, man?
As I enter this
Adulthood.
next year of life, I'm cutting off. So this is my last.
Well, hire some chapstick.
What was your biggest lesson at 29? What are you excited for the most at 30?
I think I was just talking
Wait a
about this
second.
at breakfast.
This is gonna be titled "Cutting Aaron Off for 15 Minutes."
It's someone else who has another birthday on the phone.
Hey man, I want you to go.
I'm curious about what you
I'm
learned.
gonna call you right back.
You hung up then you said that.
Yeah, she was tripping.
I just inherited $1 billion, and I was gonna actually give some to Denny, but
How you inherit $1 billion?
Yeah, how'd you get the
I
money?
ate a man's ass outside.
You can't walk into the alligator.
Whole time he found out they Herm bucks. Got all that ass in your mouth for some Herm dollars.
Aaron, like, well, I'll still have fun.
I don't do it for the money. I do it for the love.
I would have did it for free.
I did it for the love.
I would have did it for free.
Okay, so what did you learn last year you're taking into this year?
I plead the fifth. What game are we playing today, huh?
We're just hanging out.
I'm excited to continue building. I'm excited to continue fostering. And then I'm excited to really start to focus on putting out like really awesome bodies of work. I think that's what this entire decade is for. It's to really put out.
Put out. He wants to put out.
I want to put out like some
Bodies
really
to put out.
cool pieces that I'm excited
Some
about.
really.
That's what I want.
I'm about to put bodies to work.
I'm gonna put out. I'm gonna foster. I'm gonna put bodies to work.
This is just not
Like
fun
that's-
anymore.
Are we just listening? I'm just listening.
I don't think you guys are listening.
All jokes aside, hey, I f that.
Thanks, man.
Fuck with the bodies. And I'm proud of you
Thank you.
and everything that you're doing. And I think you should put out more stuff.
Well, it's your birthday, so let's go around and say our favorite thing about Aaron.
My favorite thing about
And least favorite thing.
Lead. Well, why?
I don't. First of all, I don't have a least favorite thing about Aaron.
very
I could-
My favorite thing about Aaron
Can I
is
give you
that
one?
he is funny without trying to be funny. His essence, like you look at him, it's hilarious. You listen to him, it's hilarious. He's
That
just,
sounds a little backhanded.
he's funny.
Fucking die laughing.
When he talks to you, it's
When I'm just depressed, I just pull up your photo. And I just laugh and laugh.
No,
and
that
laugh.
sounds backhanded, but
I know what
you're
mean.
hilarious.
I know. Oh, I got you.
you got
though.
it.
I got you.
Herb, what you got?
Aaron's amazing, man. Very smart dude. I don't think people know how smart Aaron is. I mean, they might have an idea.
They do say that about Rogan.
I was feeling great today. I had a fantastic morning.
You give him a little bit of cheese.
But honestly, learned so much from him in a short period of time. I think he's a very genuine person. I think he's definitely a Gemini because there's a devilish side to him. Right. That sometimes you don't even gotta wake up that sun. Look at it.
I said no. Stop. Did somebody give him a Celsius?
You gotta take the duality of Aaron, the good and the
Thanks, man.
bad.
Thanks, man.
Amazing comedian as well.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man.
I'll go because you should go last because you've known him the longest.
Yeah, I'm still thinking.
Oh my God. I didn't ask.
You
for
give
this,
great
brother.
compliments.
I didn't ask for this.
I like that.
Thank you, man.
You give really good
I
compliments.
love uplifting my friends.
I love that you're just so filled with love for everyone. Whether it's someone you meet for the first time or us, you're always just trying to make everybody feel loved and present in the room. Like you're always making sure like people are taken care of and feel good. It's like one of my favorite things. And I also love your self-confidence in your talent. Like you know you're talented, you've known it for a long time, and you know that like there's no external thing that's gonna get you where you need to go because you can get there by yourself.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude.
But I love you, man. That was a good
That
one.
was a good shade.
I'm honored to call you a brother.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's so nice, man.
What we playing today?
Today we're gonna be playing How We Met.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, today we're gonna tell the story of how we each met.
Well, I guess how I met Aaron can also slide into how I feel about him on his birthday, because one of the first things I knew about Aaron when I met him was that he was going to be a star. That was one of the first things I was like, anybody who's around this guy's radius is going to be blessed from his talent. So when we met, I was like, yo, I'm a part of this like comedy collective, bro. We would love to have you. You should come with us. We was like the Wu-Tang of comedy. And everybody else was like, no, we don't with this dude. I don't know. And I'm like, Aaron.
You can tell when somebody first time hearing something, he like,
He's like, you never told me that.
Oh, I know. He told me.
He knew that. He
So
knew
wait,
that.
but give us context. This is like, when is this?
This was
Was this before or after you were throwing the pretty parties that he wasn't allowed to come to?
That was after.
So y'all was friends and he still couldn't come to the party.
Oh no. No, but he knew about it. But we met and we were a part of this group. It was called the MLKs of Comedy. We would do skits, we would do stand-up shows. We really low-key kind of took over the Chicago comedy scene. Where it's all men of color. There was one Latino as well.
Yeah.
But Aaron was, to me, the same thing that he's been for this group was, to me, an addition that would solidify our success.
Yeah.
Where then I'm like, bro, if Aaron locks in with this thing,
Right.
we could take this to a whole nother tier, because you are just that talented, but you are also somebody that when you're around, you make everything feel like family, which has been what this has become, which it used to be people watch the game show. Now people just love us. They love our dynamic. They love that it feels like a brotherhood. And since I've met Aaron, he's been a brother to me, not only just from a comedy standpoint, but his family is my family. His mom treat me like her son and vice versa.
And for the same way about you, man.
That's my brother, man. That's my
I
brother.
love you, man, so much, bro.
That was probably one of the best.
This was so beautiful. I'm gonna let you go.
Thank you.
We love you, Aaron.
I love you guys too.
Tickle. Oh, sorry, tickle.
Tickle. It's French.
So now we know how you met Aaron. How did you meet everybody else? Let's go down the line.
Herm, I don't remember exactly when we met.
What I do remember about Denny is I met Denny when he used to wear really big hats.
I had a fedora phase.
You did have a fedora.
All my real, that's when you know me for a long time.
Yeah.
If you were there for my fedora phase.
It needs to be lined up.
That many?
lined up. And he had different
I bet you
colors
were
lined up. And he used to wipe them.
Shut up.
Keep them clean.
Honestly, he looked like one of the kings of comedy.
How many did you have? Most
At
at once.
one time, I probably had at least 12.
What? I didn't know 12 was crazy. If there's a photo, you should put one.
No, Denny got those all taken off the net. I can't find a photo.
That was
of
like
Denny
his
had on.
look.
Do you remember like the day y'all met? Like with the
No, man. Well,
all blurs.
Because we had a lot of friends. I think we saw each other in past. The comedy community is like that.
It's super, super
Everybody
small.
kind of knows everybody.
And then all the people we know, they're all now, everybody's doing great.
Yeah.
So I feel like the collective we was in, like, that kind of like branched
Y'all
off.
made it. Did y'all know Zane when you were in that scene?
No.
We met, the first time we met, you probably don't even remember this because you don't give a but we, about me.
No,
This was during COVID. We did a show together at Jam in the Van.
What?
Oh.
And a lot of people don't know this also, and cut this out if you don't feel comfortable having this also.
Yeah.
Denny was basically done doing stand-up. During that time period, I will never forget, Denny was like, man, I think I'm like gonna be like full on like acting. Like I'm gonna put all my energy and focus on there. And I remember we were sitting in my car outside of my artist commune when I lived there. And I remember being like, Denny, do not stop doing stand-up. Martin Lawrence level abilities.
Facts.
And I was like, do not stop doing comedy. And that to me was the beginning of everything that we're starting to see that Denny is becoming. Because I remember within like a year, you already had this like fully polished, like really nice 20 minutes. And that probably was around that same time period.
When I saw you for the first time, you were on the show, you were killing, and then you did your famous, I'm getting my butt ate out joke.
Yes!
And generally anything that has to do with that kind of stuff and the stool, when the stool gets
People don't
involved,
with it
people don't fuck with it. But you did a masterful, I was angry that I liked it so much.
You know, why did the stool become...
Well, because you bent over it.
Yeah, what?
No. This is like this.
Not how the joke goes. and
like
you know
this.
it. I never bent over no damn stool.
You had your legs up.
Your clip now.
Oh, the Tyrone.
In your clip
But I was
now.
talking about a woman.
I just said in your clip now, are you bent over the stool?
But what's crazy about you even bringing up that time period and that joke is I remember when you were writing that joke and before it was fully fleshed out, this is also crazy to know that you guys are doing shows together. That's when you and I first started becoming friends because of Saad's show.
Yep.
In the
outdoor
backyard.
show.
And that's when you were
Pandemic.
still, I remember because you were going up there and just talking, trying to get everything together. That's when Herman and I first got locked in. I hooked you up with that wine brand.
Yep.
And you guys are doing shows together, but it's weird to see how everything is played out now.
Yeah. Because us three, even though we all knew each other, we never hung out.
Yeah.
Right.
I hung out with Herman all the time. I hung out with Aaron all the time. But us three never hung out together.
Not until you invited them to the show.
Well, yeah, and then I remember y'all was on y'all club run, so I will always see y'all together, and I will always see you like cursing out Aaron, like, Aaron, what the f? I'm ready to go. Aaron, like, listen, man, just 10 more minutes. Let's just stay for one more mic, man.
Aaron, I want to talk to everybody.
We want to make friends. I'm like, let's work and leave.
I'm
That is
pulling
a
up.
part of
I'm
the work,
pulling
I
up.
guess.
What's up? I'm out.
But Herman's also a person that knows everybody.
He does, bro. And the
He knows
more
everybody.
You be out now.
more
You be
being
saying
out, I like see how like Herm really has a large community of people, but they hang in the shadows. Like he knows the most hardworking
That makes
artistic.
everybody sound homeless again.
No, like bro, I was literally just at.
He meant the shade. They hang out in the shade.
No, I was,
what kind of shadows
I
we
was-
talking about?
Hang out in the tunnels.
No, I'm just saying.
Late at
Any
night.
person that asks me, do I know Herman? They're all so well dressed.
Yeah, no,
like low key, like
he
damn,
in the fashion community.
in the
too.
fashion community. I was at Kith, bro, and like that pretty expensive
Can
store.
we just say that because I be feeling like people don't understand because of our language, they be thinking Herm is not homeless. Herm does really well.
They take everything we say so
They
seriously.
don't like Herm is actually, I pull up on him, he's in a mansion, he driving Teslas. Herm is one of the most resourceful people I've ever met in my life, and he's tapped in with some extremely rich people.
Yeah, he is.
Doesn't mean I'm rich yet.
I don't think people know what jobs you used to do before you started doing this show. When you used
A lot, for sure.
all your different hustles.
Well, you know what it was? I used to be a private coach too, so I used to coach like Tay Diggs' son. Like I used to I coached basketball. Yeah. So I was making money doing that. The reason why I don't have a car is because my license is suspended.
Oh, yeah. What'd you do?
For unpaid parking
And he
tickets.
just told me this story. I was like, oh my gosh.
When can you get it back?
I can go get it back anytime, but it was the amount was just like
How much is it to get it back?
at a point in time it was like 5,000.
What? So you still owe a fine
Nigga,
now?
how many tickets was that?
But also it's like having a car in Koreatown for me didn't make sense. One, I gotta pay for parking. Then I gotta pay for insurance. Then it's far too many, like the
expense.
overhead is too high.
Yeah, the maintenance of the car is more than
Right.
the car.
You know what I mean? And like living downtown and having one get broken into,
that, yeah.
or parking is just too much to pay for. So I found it easier to like my everyday life was easier to navigate.
Did I tell you what happened last time I was downtown?
Oh, I refused Denny car too. He tried to
yeah,
let me borrow his car. Again? I said, nah, I'm good.
But these are good dudes.
I'd rather
though.
walk. When you go to Santa Monica, I'd rather
I
walk.
said, it's cool, brother. I'll be all right.
I will trust Herm to a fault. I don't give a fuck
we know
about
that.
I appreciate
But I
that.
went, you're stupid. I went downtown, I had to pick up some merch, and I parked my car, had to put hazard on, just run inside.
Yeah.
There was a homeless in a wheelchair. I see him scoot up in front of my car, get off of his wheelchair and lay down in front of my car. And he was like,
Oh, no.
and I was like, what the? He old ass black man. I'm like, what did you? Get up! Stop playing! Man. He like, nah, I ain't never.
It's like, come on, sir. You know what? You should have walked up. You should. You know the Tesla got cameras, right?
Right.
He was like,
there's a Tesla.
What I find so funny about you, not to pivot, you command authority whenever you really, really mean it.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't even here for this story, but it's really funny when you and Tanner were leaving a parking lot and someone almost hit you with the car,
Oh, and when I was with my dog.
and you yelled, "Did you even look?"
Yeah.
And then what was his response?
Not at all. A lot of small fury in here, bro. He saw it in my eyes, bro.
So I met y'all through the show.
But how'd you meet Denny?
I'm gonna save you for last because
Okay.
I met y'all on the show. I met Zane at the studio we used to film at.
We had some good times.
we did have some good times.
Yes, the studio we used to film at is where I met Zane when we were filming for the Cam Boys.
Oh, that was before.
Yeah, like I was there figuring out what my channel was gonna be. Like I had decided like, okay, I don't wanna make these types of videos anymore. I wanna create like a recurring show. And I would be pitching it to Zane in the studio.
Why Zane?
Zane
Because I was in charge. I was the only one there. Oh, sorry, Fred. I didn't mean to yell at you. Like,
I think
His voice just raised one octave. Everybody was like, damn,
yeah,
white man, relax.
It's Aaron's birthday.
I'm a ginger. I'm a ginger.
I'm a ginger.
I'm a ginger.
I'm a ginger.
But did you feel like he was somebody you really wanted to work with, or it just happened out of nowhere?
Dude, at the time, my YouTube channel was making $1,000 a month. So there was like, it wasn't enough to do anything. I feel like the studio was definitely focused on like, there's a bunch of creators filming, like Cam Boys, me, a bunch of people. But Zane was always pushing for me.
Yeah.
He was always the one I was like, we gotta focus on Kevin, we gotta focus on Kevin. So as the show kind of grew, I feel like we got closer.
Yeah.
He was focused on what I was doing. And I liked the fact that I had someone that like I could bounce ideas off of, we could work together. Like I remember there was a point where they gave me a key because I kept showing up so early, no one else was there, or staying so late.
Yeah.
Because I would be thinking of ideas, I'd be editing everything, making the clips. It was like, literally, if you think of the origin story, like it's that studio, me, 80 hours a week, like.
Just going crazy.
Season 1 of the show ends, and then I leave, and Zane, you came with me.
Yeah, we left our original situation, and then we moved into our own season 2 situation.
Much better situation.
Put the show on your back.
Yeah, it went
which
crazy.
was a huge
Yes.
undertaking.
It was like, dude, it was.
I remember you was worried about that, like, bro.
You know
I'm
why?
taking off.
You know why I was worried?
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly why I was worried, because it was costing like $15K a month at the time to run the show, and the channel was making 13 to 15. So starting in November 2023, every check I got from YouTube, I spent the whole thing the next month.
Yeah.
So there was like a 6-month time where I was just betting on us. But I just, one, I was having so much fun, and 2, I believed in what we were doing. To the point where I was like, even if this doesn't work out financially, what we're making is beautiful, and people will love it and laugh, and it'll be a beautiful thing that we made.
Yeah.
Obviously now it's gotten to where it is today. I will say Denny is the centerpiece to all of this.
Yeah, man.
Because you introduced me to Aaron, Herm, like everyone here is here kind of because of you.
It's the truth.
I met you on set, that movie.
Don't say the movie.
You were in the movie.
People gonna go try to find
Okay.
it.
You were in the movie, we won't say what it is.
But it's on his IMDb.
And my-
IMDb.com.
You.
My roommate.
You, but you.
My roommate was in the movie with you, remember?
Yeah, Aria was in it.
So I go to, well, now they're gonna find it. Oh well. Well,
Wait, Aria was in it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys met
It was
through
like
Aria.
it was like an influencer movie. It was
And
like
Denny.
which honestly got me tapped into a lot of the influencer cult like this.
Yes.
Honestly, it was like
That's how we
a
met.
plug, honestly.
because
Go on.
Aria
That's
took
great.
me on set a few days, and I met Denny, and I instantly felt, I think what you probably felt with everyone, I was like, this guy's gonna make it. Like, you know when you meet someone and you're just like,
You did meet me in my fedora phase.
yes!
I wore a fedora in the movie.
Yes,
I'm saying that, those first 3 years in LA, you wore the fedora.
I'm telling you.
Damn.
You didn't stop wearing them until after your first breakup.
But then, no,
You changed.
literally.
He just picks them all up.
I'm fucking done with these. Frisbee.
The checkpoint used this
And I'm telling you, and it was a white woman, and that's when he was like, I'm done with this. He threw the hat away. It's like, nigga, put a nigga cap on. He was like, hey, but let me be
I was
honest.
paddle
She
boy.
was bad.
Damn it, Herman.
Cold as the white snow.
Being so close with Denny, I keep up, obviously. Well, my entire family does, but I keep up with what Denny is doing. And I remember the first video that he did, and I watched it. And I was like, what is this? And obviously, I think it was the first Guess the Black Person that you guys did.
3 of us.
And today we are going to try and guess who the black person is. Thank you for the idea, Beta Squad. I nabbed you.
Got this idea from Kevin Langue. We nabbed you back after all those times you've nabbed us.
Because I've been on, have been a fan, obviously, of YouTube for a while. Been watching YouTube for a long time.
Oh,
since I grew up.
YouTube.
No, like YouTube in general. So when I first realized that Denny was getting into the space, I was like, let's go, dog.
Yeah.
And then that thing started doing numbers. That first one that he was on. And so I was already a fan of the show inadvertently, and then I think it was a few months later you hit me up being like, hey, we're trying to get more people on it. Then I saw you on the show.
Yeah.
And then me being on it, that was the first day that I ever had Celsius for the first time.
Really?
It's the first
you've
time I
been a crackhead
ever
ever
had a
since.
Celsius. I remember going there because like,
Because he was either Guess the Millionaire or Guess the Ex-Girlfriend.
one of those was my first
That was
one.
his first one, one of them.
And I remember
And
I
your
went
hair
there.
was long. You
Yes,
had,
I had my dreads at the time. I remember just going there and be like, what is this place?
Yeah.
And you were so
I
nice.
want to hate on
you
the
were
dreads,
so
but I
nice.
did like the dreads.
No, they were for
Dreads
sure.
were dope.
They were for sure. But I just remember just being like, this is incredible. And the day was just so much fun.
Yeah.
We were sitting there laughing.
Yeah, we had a great time.
We have
hollering,
such fun days.
It took you a second to find your sense of comedy within the table.
Yes.
I remember when you first did, and if people look back, you weren't the Aaron you are now.
Well, 'cause
No, not even close.
What's so funny to me, and this is why like it's hilarious how God does these things, because like it's wild to me because I did the first few things, and I'm a writer. Like I think like as a stand-up, we can all like say that also, but I know how Denny is, and now hanging out with Herman, I know how you are also. The way that we joke is not the way that I typically joke.
No,
I
it's
love
not your
writing.
style.
If you put a pen and paper or a computer in front of me, I will come up with some things that I didn't even know or I can even make.
Right.
But when I'm just off the cuff, I really didn't believe in that skill. So I did those first two ones and I was like, I don't think this is me. It's really
it's not your style.
was my overall thought. And like I was a fan of the show.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
And so you kept hitting me up, being like, do you want to come do it? Do you want to come do it? And I was busy a lot of the time, but I also was like, I just don't think it's at me.
Right.
So a full year passed until I did another one.
Yeah.
And then I remember you hit me up once. I talked to Denny at the Laugh Factory, and he was like, you don't want to come back? And I was like, bro, I just don't think it's me.
Yeah.
He convinced me to do it. I told you yes, and it was Guess the Firefighter.
That was the first one.
Then I came back after a full year.
Because remember,
and mind you, I had
he
been
wasn't
watching
consistent.
and I had been watching every single episode since. Like I was a fan from afar. I loved the show.
Everybody is,
I just didn't think. Fuck you. I just didn't think.
And then that
it was
woman
me.
picked you up and carried you.
That woman.
That was a strong man.
Hey, you okay? Can you get up? Come on. Yo, he grabbed Aaron by the vagina.
Wasn't there a woman firefighter there?
Yeah, but it was the man with the long hair.
Remember, he had a crush on the guy.
Oh, right.
Station 69 guy, he squeezed Denny's boobs.
Denny, the only person that can walk under the smoke. Where's my guy?
Wow, good job. Yeah, he was wild.
But our chemistry in that video was like, I didn't expect it at all.
Yeah.
And
As long as I've known Aaron, I've never seen him roast this much. That's not his natural sense of comedy. Like when we were in the group together, we roasted each other, but it wasn't like this.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to say, when me and you first met, you was working at the sushi spot, weren't you?
Yeah, I had left. I quit Netflix in 2017 to go work at Soul Cycle in the morning and Tao in the evening.
Can you imagine Kevin running your social class? Keep it up, ladies. We got this, ladies. Breathe in through your nose.
And it's a 10-minute exit.
And go.
I was working front desk.
He done cleared the whole room out.
Oh my God, bro, what the I was working. Breathe. I was working front desk. You know what you should do? We should do KLS Awards at the end of every year.
That was so.
Herman goes to pawn the award.
Can't do nothing, bro. Can't do nothing serious. Can't do
It's real gold.
I gotta get the Wooden Award. He's like, wait, this is not the wood I thought you was giving out, Kevin.
It's wobbly. Why is it broken? And wet. And wet is crazy.
We give Denny a bronze step box.
A bronze stool.
Apple box.
And the step ladder goes too.
The step ladder.
Anyways, I left because I wanted to start making YouTube videos. But working a 9 to 5, I didn't have time. But if I did Soul Cycle from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. and then I did Tao in the evening as a busser, I had the afternoon to make YouTube videos. So it was definitely one of those, everybody told me like, what are you doing? You're leaving like this amazing, I did Bright, the movie, and 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah.
and I was getting in the Netflix Paramount world. My dad like believed in me completely.
Yeah.
My mom believed in me. She was a little bit like nervous.
Yeah,
Every
African
friend I had,
parents don't
African
play
parents,
about that
bro.
kind of
I mean, my friends were working in the industry. There were assistants, there were PAs, there were writer's assistant, like they were at CAA, like they were in the business. And I could tell they were kind of giving me the like, you're funny, but like I knew behind closed doors they were probably like, what an idiot. He's got a good thing he's doing, and he's gonna go bust tables to make videos on the internet.
Everyone thinks that, man. And that's what I like about you also. You're a dreamer, my guy.
Were you with Eileen at the time?
No. This is like, I met Eileen in 2020. She came right before. Yeah, if she came a year or two after, we'd have to question her.
Fact.
Lie detector.
For sure. Why did you hit me up though? Because we was cool,
Because
but we wasn't like kicking it.
why?
Nah, because he's smart.
No.
Why though? No,
Why?
for real though, because we was friendly, but
Yeah.
we didn't like hang out.
This is the best way to also wrap up this How We Met video. The reason I hit up Denny to do Guess the Black Person on the Kevin Lang show is because I didn't have any other black friends.
That's why
I figured that's where you was going.
I needed black people on the
I
panel because what am I gonna ask JC, Kaylin, and Brian to be on this pen? I didn't know, and I remember thinking,
I was a token.
I remember thinking,
Hey,
What?
you and
for from Africa. You was the token.
And I was
to
like-
be the
I was-
token. Because I was like, okay, I know Patso. I need like 5 people. I know Patso.
No Patso.
And I'm like, and I met this funny black guy. I met this.
Christian, is he holy?
No, you know how I got Christian? So I was like, I remember this funny black guy I met years ago, Denny. I'm gonna text him, see if he's down. Christian, I had
You had to go back 5 years ago. It's crazy.
Hey, first of all, it's only 2 black people a year.
But now you feel better about my lack thereof black knowledge. You see where it's from?
Do we feel better about it?
You had time, nigga. Wait, so Christian, you didn't know Christian?
Christian I met at the gym.
He was like, hey, you
Hey, you're black. Hey,
right? You're not Cherokee, are you?
you look black enough for this video.
Let me glass. Black person?
Is that FUBU?
South Pole.
Come on.
South Pole.
Come with me.
I think I got a job for you.
You know what's funny?
He's going to just say a rap lyric. See if anyone finishes it.
You know what's even worse?
I'm your fireman.
Anyone? Fuck y'all.
You know what makes it worse? Is that I still didn't have the resources to get the 5th person to the point I had to ask him to find you.
He said, let me get a buy one, get one.
Look, hey, y'all
That is
welcome.
crazy. It worked though.
It worked.
You had to get the
Now you all know the story of how we met, which was, that was such a fun time, man. I love y'all. We're a family. I got a lot of black friends now. I'm thankful.
A chew on 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's your birthday. I'm not gonna say.
Right, you gotta let it.
Do me a favor. Go follow Zane, Aaron, Herman, Daniel on IG. Zane hit 100K.
Let's go, Zane!
And by this point, you will be at 1 million.
By the time
Maybe.
Let's go.
Maybe. Do me a favor though. Comment below. When did y'all meet us? Like, what video did you find? Who introduced you to us? Like, I'm curious as to how you guys stumbled upon us. And thank you for following us to this journey. I hate to sound like everybody else, but this feels like it's just a beginning for real.
1,000%.
But y'all, we're gonna keep it coming, keep it moving. All of you guys are watching us, not just on the show, but in everything else that we do, whether it's going on their tour, on our future tour, watching Denny's movies and shows, going to Zane's
House.
Come to my stand-up shows.
Go to Zane. Zane does
comedian.
all these. If you're in LA, follow him on IG because you can find him.
Traveling the country.
I think
doing
Zane
stand-up.
has shows more than anybody.
Almost every
here, for
night.
Sure.
He's a hustler, man.
So please.
If you see Zane, wait, we should give him like a code word if they bump into Zane. What they should say, they only know from this video.
Jew.
Yeah. Jew! That's
That's going to hold over well.
Do not do that.
That is going to hold over very well.
What about Blueberry?
How about we just say, hey, Zane?
That would be, I think that'd be good.
There's not a lot of Zanes out there.
But we want it to be from this exact, video. We want it to be that specific. Because they probably know Zane from.
All right, he got the eagle tattoo. Be like, Eagle!
Eagle.
Yeah, Eagle.
Go Birds!
Yeah, Eagle. All right, I get out of here. We got shit to do. Love ya!